Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I want to show you the rescue vehicle by TGL. The product number is T4023 and it contains 3,850 pieces. It is parted in 12 building steps and one single bag for pins, like 3 long pins, axle pins, sadly in blue. And you see there are two versions, a motorized version with 1XL motor, one servo motor and 2 extension cables, and a static version. I bought the static version, as you see, a Joy. I put the link in the description. Also, little advice, if you buy there, you want to use my code Krömelbaut to save some money. Yeah. I haven't used extension cables. It's possible if you have motors spare at home, buy the static version and use them, because it's quite easy to add the motors from the downside or from below. And without extension cables, put the battery box in the back. There is so much space, and then connect the cables to the motors. It works. You just can't put the battery box where the instructions say it should be. The instruction itself are okay. You have an overview over the pieces you need in every single step. Only issue might be there are a lot of small steps per side. They maybe, yeah, let's say 50 more pages and less pictures per side, and you wouldn't lose the overview too fast. But it's okay when you are concentrated. That shouldn't be an issue. But one thing, or an advice, in every step, every single piece is used. If you have spare parts after one step, for example, you have step 5, and there are 3 or 4 pieces over in the end, turn back the pages. You possibly missed something, because I never had a single spare part in each step, except the last one. There was a 3 long axle and an axle stop, and I haven't found any mistakes. So those are the only 2 spare parts I had, except pins. That a little advice. Be careful if you have spare parts after a step. Check it again, and you might find the mistake. Let's have a look at the set. It's 42 centimeters long. With an extra tire, it's 45 centimeters. It's 25 centimeters high, and it's around about 22 centimeters right here on the side mirrors. With motor, the weight is around about 2.8 kilogram. So it's, yeah, quite heavy, but too heavy for the motorization, because when you put the 1XL motor inside, or when you add it, you can drive inside on the floor, on flat surfaces, no problem, but it's not possible to drive outside. One big bump and there is not enough power to move the huge car over it. And there's also the problem, it's more designed for the view, or for the optic. It's a great car on the shelf. It's also great to play with it when you have child, for example. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old boy at home, and they like it. Daddy, come here, let us play with it. There are so many possibilities. You have a lot of doors with mechanism to open the doors. So now they are closed, you can't open them. Move it, and then just a rubber band. It's quite easy, but for kids, it's great when they can open something. So, good thing. You have, let's open here the back door. Yeah, Seilzug crane, a little crane. So, more cable, please. Yeah, the ratio is horrible. So, you can move it outside, to the outside or to the inside. So a lot of playing possibilities. You have two pylons to close a road. You have an emergency bed. I don't know the real name for it. Yep. With a head part you can fixate the wheels. So also nice to play. And then the big problem, they want to drive with it. Okay, now it's a motor inside. You have some problems to move it, but you can't steer, because the only way to steer is the steering wheel, and it's inside. So a hand of God steering would be perfect for it, especially for the kids, but you don't have it. And when you motorize it, it's okay from the speed, it's okay for inside. Yeah, you can move a bit around, but for the outside, as I said, not enough power. You need minimum 2 XL motors to move nearly 4,000 pieces, and there is no all-wheel drive. It's just the rear axle powered by the one motor. The front axle, there's nothing. So an all-wheel drive would be necessary. And also the differential makes problems, because when one wheel is in the air, the car stops moving, because the wheel is turning and turning and turning, and you can't block the differential. So if you really want, or TGL should decide, do they really want an RC car, then please with a real all-wheel drive and a blockable differential, or skip the RC part and build a real manual playable car with hand of God steering. Because there are also some tools inside here in a trunk on the roof of the car. A chainsaw, I think it's a chainsaw, not a chainsaw, motor saw, a shovel. So again, playable stuff. We have a little boat on the side. You can drive with it around. Yep, that's where you fixate it. The openable doors I already mentioned. You have a great suspension, so kids can drive around with it, but you can't steer. So for me, that's okay. Maybe you say, hey, I'm an adult, I just want to build it, it's looking great, I put it in the shelf, then it's perfect for you. But for the playability, it's not really good for manual playing and not really good for RC playing. But that's just my opinion. The part quality of TGL in general is great. Here I have some complaints, because the surfaces of some bricks are very scratched. For example, here you have a lot of scratches, or on the window also, or on the windows. They are openable, if I haven't mentioned yet. So, and here on the beams, some scratches, on the tides, some scratches. I heard of others building this set, they haven't got those problems, maybe bad luck, and this is just one model from thousands with those problems. But I'm a bit disappointed, because I'm used to see better quality on TGL sets, and I have built a lot of them. So maybe it's just out of the row bad luck. I hope so. Yeah. Let me think. In general, the most important part, it's a very detailed, good-looking car. What I missed to mention, there are stickers. A few of them. Those, I don't know what it's called in English, Neaten screws to put on the beams, Unimog. Yeah, I was surprised, because they don't have a license, so it's almost dangerous to put the name on it, because usually licensed products are much more expensive, because they cost. And when you use the names without permission, the companies come and tell their lawyers, here, do something. And then some red crosses for sure, because it's a rescue vehicle, some for the interior and for the motor, so you see which cable belongs to which motor. Yeah, I haven't applied them because it's still looking good in my opinion. One issue here also, the steering wheel is turning to the wrong direction. When the wheels go left, the steering wheel goes right, and vice versa. So they missed to check when they put the steering impulse to the wheel to add one additional gear, so the direction is already or is in the end the correct one. I think that's all I can say. Nothing was missing, nothing was broken, so that's no problem. It took me around about 9 hours to build it. Some might be faster. With some relaxed building, maybe 10-15 hours, but so round about let's say round about 10 hours for building it. Yeah, so much for me. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.